Amina says, when we go to a jeweler and choose a design from him to make, it would take a few weeks or days to make that particular jewelry. So the jeweler takes some advance and we pay the rest of the amount after receiving the jewelry. Is this permissible as we are supposed to buy gold in one setting? The answer is no. This is not permissible at all, and this is riba. How is that? I'll tell you after this sip. Listen to me. The Prophet ﷺ said, when he designated the 6 categories of riba materials, الذهب بالذهب والفضة بالفضة والتمر بالتمر والبر بالبر والشعير بالشعير والملح بالملح. These categories, 6 categories, must be hand in hand. I can't give you 2 kilos of good dates in exchange for 5 kilos of medium quality dates. Haram. It has to be exactly the same. I can't give you 100 grams of 24 karat gold in exchange for 100 grams of 22 karat gold. Totally prohibited. It has to be exactly the same, hand to hand. So when you want to buy something that the jeweler would design for you, you cannot give him something in advance and then collect it later on and pay the balance. What you can do is you have to segregate the 2 transactions. The transaction of buying the gold, then the transaction of molding it or designing it and manufacturing it. The first one has to be done simultaneously, give and take. So I'd like this design. How much would you charge me for it? He says, okay, the gold itself is $5,000. My design and manufacturing would cost you $1,000. So first thing I do is I give him the $5,000 in exchange for the raw material, the raw gold that he gives me. So now I've got the gold, it's mine. This transaction is over, there's no riba in it. Now the second transaction, which is him manufacturing according to the design I want, I give it to him, whether I give him $100, $500, $1,000, the full amount, or I don't give him a penny, which is logical. He's got 5,000 worth of gold with him. Why would I give him in advance? So I tell him, do it as planned and as agreed upon. Couple of weeks later, I go and collect my gold and I give him his fee, not the cost or the price of the gold that I bought 2 weeks ago, because that was over. So I hope this answers your question.